Woohoo! I'm ready. Stroke,
All right.
stroke.
All right.
Well, as a person from Polynesia or that lives in Polynesia in Hawaii, I love the course. I've been spending a lot of time on it, and I'm looking forward to seeing Stroke break this down for us the only way that Stroke can. This is a perfect course to have Stroke show us some shots because this one certainly has a couple.
Yeah, it's fun. It's very fun. Back to golf. I love it.
Nice.
All right, do you go in practice mode or do you go around? What do you do? Okay. All right, here we go. All right. So hole one, what I try to do, just to keep it simple, if you go directly in front of the ball, there's a pretty prominent dot right there. I try to stay on that or a little bit right of it, and I want to come up through this R and air right here because I want the ball to come up into here, this area, and roll back down for the one. You want to try to stay away from that left side over there because sometimes you can go underneath the stairs out of bounds, and definitely don't want to go to the right. So what I'm trying to do is just send it through here nice and smooth like this. Get up in here. This is fine. It'll roll back down, and it'll come right back at the hole. You're safe. You don't go down the hill, and that's all good. If you want to get a little bit more risky, just hit it a little harder and get up into this part right here and go for the one, and there it almost is. So other than that, I wouldn't recommend too much. I see people doing stuff crazy and they end up back down here. And the worst thing you want to do in the tournament is start out with a 3. That's just a big bummer. So I would stay away from that. As far as trick shots, I wouldn't take a trick shot on this. It's just not worth it to start the game. You know, you're likely to get a 1 if you get lucky over there anyways with a common shot. So that's what I would do. So off to hole 2. Hole 2 seems to be puts people in a little bit of a predicament because of the way that it's lined up here. They psychologically go, wow, here, this is really just a straight shot, but obviously these curves and shadows and things, angles, make you seem, I guess, a little bit unconfident. So what I do is I just, at the beginning of the tip of the shadow right here, there's a couple dots or a very, very prominent dot right there or a marking, and that's kind of the guide that I use. Although, honestly, I don't really try to focus on that too much. I just try to make it a straight putt. But if you can stay over those dots nice and smooth, it should be, it's a little bit right. I was a little bit right, but just for the sake of the fact that there it is. Okay, so right over that, bang, we're center cup. Right over this right here. So if anybody wants to, I mean, it's right at the tip of the shadow. You can't miss it. It's like a curly line or something, but other than that, I wouldn't be bank shotting anything on this. I'd be going straight through. So right in here at the tip of the shadow, right here. Yep. So off to hole 3. Many people have shots for this that they think are good and work and all that stuff. And I've started out, like, if you come to the left here, there's a good shot. You can kind of pace up a little bit, and then you're hoping that it's going to catch, come back, and hit the log. Yeah, if you hit it hard enough, that'd be great. You want it to come back, hit the log down here, hopefully kiss the log right here, and it will redirect the ball from this angle directly into the hole. I feel like it's a risky shot. We're on hole 3, right? Hopefully the hole 2 gives you a bonus and provides you with enough, you know, to not want to go for it here. So what I do is I come here towards the end of this crack, or if you're a post person, about the second post, and you want to give it a little flick up off that double board up there. And what it does, it just kicks it down here, and you can't, I mean, it's really hard to miss this shot. You get your free putt in, and you're ready to roll. Now, this also, what it does, it also, if you can be a little more finessey at the second post, you can get the 1 off of this too. Same way. You just got to get it to the, you know, get it to the right pace and speed, and hopefully you catch the line to go into the hole. Other than that, I really honestly wouldn't do a whole lot. I mean, I know people have their things to try to get the 1, but why would you want to go down on a par 3 on hole 3. Why would you even take a chance? So that's my suggestion. Do what you want. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you come back down here sometimes. Yeah, you'll end up. Yeah, you'll end up. Usually people come down. They'll end up right here, right? Because they came down the hill. So what you can do is you can play it up nice and easy. Like, oops, hold on. Play it up nice and easy like this. Catch the ramp. Come back down at the hole, and hopefully you can pick up a 2 there. Or you could finish the original shot that you had. Send it. Hit it harder. Send it over here. And then try to get it to roll down the hill, catch the right pace, and hopefully you can catch one there too. But other than that, the risk reward for going for the 1 is you're probably going to end up with a 3 if you don't get the 1. I haven't seen the 1 a lot. It's not a high probability shot. And in my humble opinion, I would go for a birdie, hole in 1, birdie, and move on, because there's a hole in 1 coming up next on hole 4. So if we go to hole 4 real quick, a lot of people are trying to go over here. And you really can, honestly, if you come to the bottom of this board right here, you can catch this or even a little higher. And it's really a bounce pace where you're trying to hit it here, hit it here, hit it here. And what it does is it rainbows up and comes like that. That's the safest if you're going to go that way. I would not recommend it. I would come right here. If you count back these chips on here, 1, 2, 3, 4, in at the end towards the middle or first quarter of this chip right here, give it a decent whack. Oops, hold on. Oops, yeah, and I'm a great demonstrator. So getting it up there like that, if you take your time and learn the shot, I'm telling you, it goes in way more than I've ever seen it come in from any other direction. My experience, my opinion. Again, if you come over here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, a little bit towards the beginning of the quarter of that 4th one. Focus, get a good pop. Oops. And get it over there. I'm hitting it pretty good. But my putter strength's at 65, but I would give it a good solid 7.5 or 8. But you notice I got it and it went in again. You see what I mean? I don't know why, it just happens to do that, but all right, moving on. Hole 5. Hole 5, I know people try to go off this little rock right here and pray that the ball's going to end up in the hole. That's all well and good. It's a nice safe shot. I mean, if you're going to just do a safe shot, you might as well just put the ball over here and do a safe shot, right? If you're going to go for it, my opinion, there's a dark dot out here. If you can stay on that dot, maybe a little hair to the right of it, you want to come through here and the right pace on the chip of this corner on both sides here, but I'd rather go this side because I see the dot. That'll put you in the hole. I don't know if I could demonstrate it on the fly, but I'll try. So I missed it just a hair, but you're going to hit right here, and I'm going to see if I can do it. Hold on. Oops. Right there will put you in the hole if you hit the right pace right there. Other than that, honestly, I don't know if there's any other valuable approach. I mean, you can get safe and you can get the 1 doing this. I mean, it's a simple putt. Get in there, get your birdie, and get out. Hole 6. What's that? Yeah. Treat it like Shangri-La. Yeah, well, I think it's pretty commensurate with. Yeah, I think it's pretty commensurate with Shangri-La. I think if you're thinking, if I'm putting from here to here, I'm putting to get to the hole, but I've got to do it with just a little bit more than finesse, right? Because it's going to drop. You just got to get it through the sand, let it roll. Get it through the sand, let it roll. Just nice through the sand, and then it'll finish itself. That's what I recommend. All right, so next hole, this is a bugger. There's no other way, right? You got to get it in the middle and hope that you straighten out. What I do is I look down on the green, and there's a little bit of a shadowy kind of dot area right here, and then there's a dot out here that's kind of prominent. So you can see there's a line of dots here, one up here. I try to make sure that I can get out first and kind of loop the ball. Oops, kind of loop the ball down, as I'm a horrible example, but if you see what I'm saying, terrible example, but that's the point. You got to practice, right? I'm in here naked and cold, so the point is, you got to practice. But that dot is usually a good indication of where I got to be, right up here. So it's really
Hey,
kind of prominent.
Stroke,
Yep.
have you experienced the ball getting stuck and timing out right
Yes.
here? Because I know I have.
Yeah, which I don't understand why in beta, why somebody wouldn't have caught this, right? If you get caught here, what happens is it just, well, that's, yeah, we're going to be a terrible example here because it's not going to do it, right? But what happens is it will get caught there and you'll end up having to lose a stroke, or
Yeah.
sometimes they'll give you another shot, but none of that is ideal, right?
Yeah.
Ideally,
I've
I
only
like
had it
the,
happen like when I hit one of the butts here, it'll kick back and come to
right,
here and it just times out. So you will
yeah,
lose a stroke on that about
yeah,
90% of the time. So
right.
you want to make sure
Sometimes
you
you
get
get
it down
lucky.
one of the flumes. One of the
Yes,
flumes, any of them is
yes.
better than not getting it down.
And if you're worried about any of that, if you're saying, man, I can't get down there, just putt the ball down the hill, right? I mean, so then you're going to end up, it's going to come down here. You're going to get a putt, and then you just got to trust your putting from here to try to go ahead and get your birdie. If you're worried about anything happening that's out of your control, that's what I
And
would
Stroke, what
suggest.
would you say the make rate is? Because even when I get it in the right plume, I tend to
I'm gonna
not make it
say
very often.
15%, 20% if
Yeah.
you're lucky.
Hey,
1 out of 5,
so
maybe. I don't know.
don't get discouraged if it doesn't go in, because
Exactly. And I found the softer you can get it in there makes it more challenging, but it also gives a higher success rate. So if you want to take a chance at looping the ball way out, if you could loop the ball way out and try to get it in there soft, it seems to have a higher rate of success. But I don't know
yeah,
if, I don't know. It looks kind of random because of the width, but it just seems like that's the success rate for me anyways.
yeah,
That's what I found. If you can
yep.
loop it up around, but it's also dangerous. So up to
Mm-hmm.
you. Yeah, you don't. I mean, I say pick up the stroke and get out of here. This one, I see everybody jumping, which I don't mind because you could just, you can just kind of hop. Whoops, I don't do it, so I'm not super familiar with the angle. But yeah, I'm a horrible example because I don't do this. So if you're watching, keep laughing at me. It's okay. That's what I never do this shot, but that's the common shot to get you a free two if you're good at it, right? I don't recommend it because I like the shot that I came up with. I don't know. I'm sure other people came up with it too, but if you come down here about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about the tip of the fifth is kind of my projection point, and then I'm looking directly at that in front of me. There's a smudge right on the ground. You can't miss it. It's like if you come from the fifth to your ball on the tee, it's right there. Now with the right pace, that will put you directly in the hole. And that's why I take this shot right here. That's exactly why I take that shot. Right. And once you come in here, you look at it's two putter links in front of you. Your projection point is there. Just take a shot. It gets you over there, and it also gives you a good look and an easy putt. Gives you a chance for the one as well. Other than that, I wouldn't recommend anything. But understand that on this hole, if you overhit it, you're done. You over smack the crap out of it, I mean, you're done. It's not a high probability. I would say probably a good flick, probably 75% swing, and it's going to put you in the hole. Moving on to number 8. If we go to number 8 real quick, this is Davey. This is a hole that says, how dangerous do you want to get for one stroke? If this was a par 4, I might take a chance at it. Otherwise, I'm out. I'm not doing it. I know there's people who are gamblers. I'm a gambler, but this is not one I would recommend gambling on. If you want to take a chance, if you look directly in front of the ball, kind of off to the right a little bit, there's two dots right here towards the end of the green on the dark spot there. If you can keep them on the dot or a hair inside of it, you want to land, your projection point is out here to land about right here on the fly. It's going to pop up like popcorn, boom, 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 and hopefully get in the hole. I doubt I'll be able to demonstrate, but at least I can show you what I'm talking about. Ugh, there it is, right there. See, and yeah, will it get over there? Yeah. Will you get a hold of one? You could. But here's what could happen. Watch me take it a few times. I don't know. You know, if you get good at it, take it. I see people doing this stuff. Hold on, where is it? I see people doing this stuff, going by the stairs, trying to do all this stuff, and God bless you. If you want to try to dunk it, have at it, right? Look at the probability of this, right? Not good.
I think a lot of people misunderestimate this hole because right here will go out of bounds also, Stroke.
Yes.
If you hit it
Yes.
too hard or hit this dude or bring it back this way, it rolls under the staircase out of bounds.
What I would do is you see where the shadow is projecting off of the hut or whatever. I'm just going to run it up through the shadow there. It's going to hit the wall. Give me a nice, easy, holeless. I mean, you've got all this area to putt from over here. Even if you're pinched a little bit, please recognize that you can always use the outer skirt of this area as a hole, right? So actually the hole's this big to me. So let's say my ball was over here and I get caught behind this, oops. Yeah, push back on your controller a little more, Stroke. There we go. All right, so I'm right here and it's a very narrow thing. See what happens? But see what opens up? If I can catch the right speed, and I can catch it, see what happens? The hole becomes that big. So you've even got some variance here with the size of the hole. But other than that, I literally would just follow the shadow, come off this wall nice and soft, get into this safe area, get your point, move on. The hard course is coming.
I think one thing that I would add, though, Stroke, on this larger hole area is you got to be a little careful with your pace because it can come out of this bowl.
Even
so
more
sure
so on the hard version. Yes.
Whole weight. Don't try to blast it into there.
Agreed, wholeheartedly. Yes. This one's fun, right? Because you got to look. It's a straight putt, but there's a whole lot of things going on to try to get your attention out of the groove. What I try to do is I've got a spot that I look for on the ground. It's kind of, if you step back, you can kind of they always kind of give you like this direction on the ground with like it's almost like the course is burnt out a little bit, like because people have been putting over it. So I kind of look straight ahead. There's like a little arrow mark, looks like a check mark or something right there. I just go over the right side of it and try. It's just a straight putt, but I'm just trying to have my head down so I'm not focusing on the distractions. And I'm looking straight, I'm looking for that straight line right there where if I hit it hard enough, it's going to go into the hole. But that's the idea. If you're a little scared to try to pace it up there, you can play a direct shot and then try to play it harder off the back, get safe, or try to get it in the hole off the back too. It will go in. It's got to be narrow on the side of the cup in order for it to come off the wall and go back in. You got to stay narrow to the cup if you're going to do it a little bit harder than you normally would. So
I have noticed that the bank off the back on this stroke is somewhat forgiving due to the beveled nature of this back rail. It tends to throw it towards the hole. So
yeah,
if
I agree.
Come off the back, you got a decent chance to make it.
I personally would just put the ball straight and try to get yourself a hole in one there, because they spread out the boost pretty good on this course, right? You got a little challenge and you come back, and if you do your job, you get rewarded. Then you come back, there's a little challenge, and if you do your job, you get rewarded. That's how I like it. Hole 10 is just, I'll be honest with you, keep tight to the thing, tight to the rail here, get it up, get it over there, and move on with your life. Just do it.
Stay left. Yes. Keep your pace up.
Yes. If you want to get frisky, your aiming point is up here towards the top of this shadow. Has got to get you the pace back to the hole. Now, if you can stop this ball on a dime up there and get it in the hole, God bless you, because this is what happens.
It's incredibly difficult.
To catch the pace in the middle without going out of bounds or going over there. I've seen one person get it, and that was MOBA. And I don't know. I don't play with everybody. I don't have as many rounds as everybody. With all the people.
I've played it a ton and seen people get close, and it's tempting, but it doesn't go in.
Yeah,
Not
there's a
very
dumb
often.
shot over here where you can kind of hit the post right here and try to give it a
Hmm.
chance. But I mean, what's the point, right? Just get over here, put the ball in the hole, and then hopefully do your job over here on hole, what are we on? Hole 11? Yeah,
Hole
do your
11.
job over here and get rewarded. So easiest shot there is, just there's a big thing in front of you. If you're scared, hit it. You can't, I mean, it's giant. Just hit it and you're there. If you're worried about the water, you want to take a chance that way, go to the right. You can get it in the hole that way. If you want to get frisky, dot to the side here is a single bank. You put it over the dot with the right pace, and it's going to go right into shebang bang. All right. Um, it's a tough pace shot. I don't usually take this shot, but it is a because if you don't get the pace right, you could go out of bounds or you could run into the coconut tree or rum barrel, what people are calling it. I don't know. Um, I like the shot to the side because I always go for a closer target. So what I do is I come up in here from these chips again on the top of these boards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I go right to the point of that fourth chip with a double bank, and I try it because it's a closer target for me. So I try to do this a little bit, oops, a little bit harder, and it gives me a better look at it. I just like the closer target. That's my opinion, but I'm also haven't been super successful either way because it's a tough pace. But the average person, I would say the average person, just get your butt up here, hit this stinking thing, and just putt. And we're on an easy course, right? Get your points, accumulate them in masses on the easy course because the hard course is going to be very unfriendly and it really doesn't care about your feelings in the tournament. So I would get all the points you can on the easy course
I,
and then move on.
I would
Hole
list this
12.
hole as one of the riskiest hole-in-one lines because there's an out of bounds that's
Yes,
just literally a
yes,
foot away from the hole.
yes. And if you're confident, albeit, but I can tell you from experience, you notice I rarely finish at the top of the tournament because I'm a gambler and I take all these unnecessary chances, but I also play the game for different reasons. But if you're trying to win the tournament, accumulate points. That's it. No one cares how you got them. They just care how many you got at the end. So this one, there's a couple different ways. I like to do a double bank here. I just do that late here because what it does is it keeps me from getting in trouble, and I'll show you why. So if I do this, it gives me a oops, hold on, I'm getting it too frisky here. But what it does, it kicks it down. It gives me a good line back to the hole, in my opinion. All right. Some people do this shot, which is cool. You kind of come up here. You can see like a reflection on this board right here. You see a light shining on it a little bit. Gives you kind of here's a easy course giveaway. So if you just kind of hit it, hit it right past that with the right pace. See, you're gonna get. That's why I don't do it, but you could get in trouble quick. I don't take the shot, so don't judge me, but this is normally what people do. But I don't see that go in often unless you've got really
No.
good pace control. I like the double because what is it? So what if I miss? What happens? I'm right by the hole. That's just my opinion, but um, I would hit somewhere around the second, not where that second thing is up there, just nice and smooth between 2 and 3 or 2. Just give it a nice smooth hit right here, and it comes back down, straightens it out, and gives me the cup. I like the cup.
Get a
I don't know
nice
about you.
you get a nice
Yeah,
bank off of this and
yes,
it redirects it towards the
yes.
hole a lot.
And I like the cup. Everybody likes the cup, right? No one wants to go out of bounds. So nice and smooth over here gives you a nice kick back off of this. Boom, and we're in. Hole 13. You can get it on any one of these blocks over here. As long as you have the right pace, you can get frisky, go off the back. I feel like I've had the most success here, either one of these,
Yeah.
just meaning the pace. So you're just kind of floating it out there, getting a little, that was a little high. Floating it out there, same spot. Boy, I got good aim. Oh, nice crack. All right. There's another one. Yeah, we're good. We're doing good here. So any
There
one
it
of these
is.
over in the corner can get you down there as well too. So I just try to hit the straight putt, get it down there, see what happens. In my opinion, yeah, you can get the hole in one, but why take a chance when you've got that entire wall straight in front of you, right? To just hit it over there. I mean, why take a chance of doing anything other than accumulating a stroke?
It also seems like these are very variable rocks. Like this rock here has a curve outward. This one has a curve inward. This one's slightly curved inward. So where you hit
Yeah.
this at the millimeter changes its direction and
Right.
makes it very difficult.
And
So
there
if you
are
get
cracks.
it great, but don't
There are
expect it.
cracks, right?
Yep.
There are cracks, and you can hit them, and that does happen. So you can't really get discouraged with that. But I mean, the percentage of crack to rock ratio is pretty good for an
They're
easy course.
90% air.
Yeah, exactly. Next
Until you
hole we
hit
got
one.
exactly. Next hole we got 14. This is the lava challenge, right? Everybody's got their shots. You can come over here and hit this whatever shot right here, and it goes right towards the hole. I love that shot. I didn't even try. You see what I mean? I didn't even try. You just bink, catch it over that first. You got to land over it. It gives it a good roll to the hole. That's if you
I
want to.
feel like it's a lighter pace than what most people
Yes.
think, though.
Yes, very
They're
much
going to hit
so.
it hard, and you don't want to do that.
If you're a person that's worried about getting stuck, just give it a good pop over to the corner. Oops, Mr. Demonstrate over here. Just give it a good pop over to the corner. You can land on the green, use the stairs and the rocks to your friend.
This
and
sand embankment is not your friend. It has a tendency to come over and out of bounds pretty easy, so you don't want to be too crazy with the cheese whiz.
I want to stay over to the right, over where the front of that bench is and the rock. That's where I'd like to stay. I mean, you can get frisky over here, but to be honest with you, I don't know why anybody would do anything else other than this. Get your point, get out of here. If you want to go at it, you got to land on this green, catch the roll, and boom. So basically, anything on the one on the dribble has got to just barely clear this, and then it's going to use this as a lip like on Alpine, that real crazy hole on the easy course where it lips number 10 or 11, I don't know, whatever it is. You're going to come over here, and it's just going to run to the hole. That's my suggestion. Hole 15, I've got a money shot. I call it money because it goes in. I look, if you're a person of distance, you can see this cutout right here, and you can kind of aim towards the middle of this. If you're going to project the ball towards the middle of this cutout, I have a very specific spot that I look for. If you look right in front of the ball, there's those 3 dots that are very familiar on courses because all these carpets are the same right here. And then right next to those 3 dots, there's like, I call it the 11 mark. It's everywhere where it says if. I don't know. You have to be my brain to see it, but you see the 3 dots. There's 2 little check marks. It looks like an 11 right there. So if you don't see that, stay to the right of those 3 dots. You go right over the top of these right here, and it's going to send it down here, and bang, 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 bang. Almost, yeah. But you get the point. I mean, if you want to get a little more frisky, I don't know why, but you could do that. I don't know why anybody would do that because this just sends it down nice and safe. And so if I don't get the pace, look what I'm doing. I'm chilling in front of the 3 coconuts who are high-fiving me over there. But this, I don't know. I wouldn't really get more frisky like this. I would stay tighter to this, get over there, get it near or in the hole. You just got to practice your pace. That's all. I think a little bit harder that you hit will give you a little bit more.
There it is.
It has a lot of variance, right? I don't know why, but the little more heat tends to straighten it out more. There are other shots you can take. I mean, I'm sure people are going to go, well, I go this way and I go that. Go whatever way you want. That's what I say. People just play, they'll play it over in the corner like this and play it over the hill, get safe, move on with their life. I mean, whatever you got to do, just get over there safe and get your point. Me, I'm going to be greedy. I'm just going to go for this in the tournament. Every single time I'm going for this. Because if I don't get it, where am I? I'm going to tap in.
I think I make it about 30% of the time with that line. It's got a tendency to go in more often than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, this one will go too, but I just don't find any other reason than to do this. Like obviously I haven't made it a bunch, but I'm also doing it on the fly and really don't care if it goes in or not. But you see what I'm saying? It gives you a good shot every single time. So that's my opinion. 16. Keep it moving. Keep it where we at. 16. Come on, buddy. All right, 16. I feel like if you're a person that's not super confident, you just run the ball up behind this this barrel up here or whatever. I don't take the shot normally, but you can run it up that little channel right there and get a decent look. It's hard though, I'll be honest with you. It's not that easy to just get it up there to try to get a look. You got to get it ends up in this whole area somehow.
It's mostly a 3.
Yeah, and there's another shot over here if you want to get stupid where you can kind of you can aim at this upper area right here. I don't know how. I don't take the shot, but there's somewhere up here. You'd have to play with the pace, but it'll get it'll get you up there. I don't like that. I come over here. I go dark stripe, 1 dark stripe, 2 dark stripe, 3 dark stripes. I'm going right at the bottom of the 3rd dark stripe. Just a nice little flick over this rock, and it runs right up there. I don't take any other shot than that. I've gotten the one probably 4 or 5 times doing that. I don't know how to control it to the hole, but it gives it a chance.
And for some reason, this doesn't look promising, but it's really forgiving. It generally speaking, if you can put it in this channel, it's going to make it over there somehow.
Now, do not, for the life of you, here's a problem with people that do shots and they're not confident. Just remember, my job here is to address the ball, hit my spot with pace to clear this rock. Everything else is just going to happen. The only thing you're in control of is this. Can I hit this enough to get over the rock? And when I do, guess what happens? That's all I'm doing. I'm just getting enough to get over the rock and up through there. That's it. Over the rock, up through there. Oops. I mean, you have to take your time. Obviously, I'm just rushing for for the people who are watching, but you see what I'm saying. I mean, if you take your time, it's right at the bottom of the 3rd dark stripe, nice and easy over the rock, rolls up in there, catches.
It's actually a more gentle pace than you think, in my opinion. I think it doesn't have to be. I see people make mistakes there overhitting that shot with pace,
100%.
too much pace.
Because if you do, I'll be honest with you, here's what's happened. If you overhit this even a slight bit, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get lucky because your stroke limit. But if you overhit it, it's just going to get messy. Everything about overhitting is going to be messy. So if you get up here and start schwacking the ball, that's what's going to happen. You got to be smooth just over the rock. Oh, come on, buddy. Quit running. There we go. Just smooth over the rock, get it up in there. Sometimes you get lucky. It's a free 2 strokes.
If you don't make it all the way up.
17 is tough. You want to get crazy? Get crazy. You want to get crazy? Hit this chip right here towards the end of this, right where this end of this 3rd board is, and try to get your butt up to the top. But look what happens. Ready? Watch me. And I'll note to self here that for some reason 17 is hella glitchy on both courses. Only this hole too. Yeah. So here's my percentage. Right? Look at my percentage. 1 out of what? And yes, I'm rushing, but 1 out of what? So and I would consider myself a decent player. How successful am I right now? And I know people are like, I could do it. You're just not hitting the right spot. Yep. Then do it. Because I'll tell you right now, I just got 2 out of 8, 9.
I think the key is to keep it basically within these 3 blocks of wood, and you can't hit this upslope with your pace. You've got to hit this. The next spot the ball hits is this wood.
In my humble opinion,
it will miss this rum.
Hit it up here
and go,
and let it roll back down, and then job 1 after you do that, you get it up here, let it roll, get it situated. Job 1, I don't care where you land, get your butt up the next shot. Even if I'm in a bad spot, just use the where are we? Oh my God, sorry, we're in practice mode. So when I move my joystick around.
Back rail is a little dead, so you can be pretty aggressive coming up the hill if you're not trying to hole it.
Yeah. Then I use the bank a lot just to try to get a different angle up there. But I'm a little more risky than the average person. So I guess job 1 is just get your butt up there. Just get your butt up there, get yourself a putt, get yourself a point, and move on. I don't know if there's any other shots that are worth taking other than laying up, to be honest with you. When I get in these situations, I get greedy and try to make it, but that's me.
And what kind of angles does
the
this
worst
hill
hole in the
have?
game?
If you miss this, you've tried hard to miss it.
Yes, I mean, this is the dumbest hole-in-one 18 in the game. They've trumped every single one. This is worse than Laser Layer. It's worse than Meow Wolf. I mean, literally, the mouth opens and shaw, and you put it in there. I mean,
yep.
You know, I mean,
the only thing you don't want to do is go too far left or right. If you hit it too far left, it can get stuck in like the gums here.
Yeah,
so
I mean, literally,
there's
a giant carpet here. Just even if you hit it softer, it's still, you know what I mean? It's got a good rate of going in there.
Yeah. 2 dots about 2 feet in front of you. Hit it in between them, you'll make it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm sure other people are going to go, man, I know this shot and I know that shot. Have at it. Take your chances. Do you? But if you want to accumulate points, I would say minimum goal for this course is a 20 minimum for the tournament. That should be your goal. Now, obviously, set the goal high, so if you don't get the goal, a 17, 18 will still keep you in the running for the hard course, but there are going to be people who are going to top 20. They're going to get 21, 22, maybe 23 if they're lucky. 20, I think, is a baseline.
I agree.
Yeah. And then if you can shove a 15 on the hard course, I think a 40 wins the tournament this week. 40 or better wins the tournament this week. Wins it.
Yep. I really think a conservative approach to these courses is a really good way to play them. There's a lot of birdies that you can just grab. Yeah, you're right. Grab your birdies. Don't get greedy. That would be my
For every
advice.
hole-in-one you chase, you lose a stroke. You end up with a 3, and then why didn't I just put it over there and put it in? Accumulate points.
Agreed.
There's 18 holes, right? You should get 18.
Mm-hmm. The only hole-in-one you really got to get is the one on the end.
Yeah, and number 2, right? Number 2. But other than that, so if you don't get those, which I can't admit, so let's say you don't get 2, and you have an unlucky, you know, we all do it. We miss number 2, and then you play just gentle, mistake-free golf the rest of the game. You're getting a 17. That's it. You don't have to do anything fancy, but you drop a couple hole-in-ones. Now you're at your 20 points. So,
agreed.
There you have it.
All right. Well, I don't know. Can you guys hear me right now?
Nice. Well, thank you, Stroke. That's
no worries.
I don't mean to rush,
but I know people were saying it. Yeah, people don't want us. They don't want to sit and watch forever and ever. So I try to hustle through it. Maybe if I was thinking too, is on YouTube you could put chapters. So if you get to it when you're editing, if you just go to the end of the hole, hit the chapter button, 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Then people can go. I want to go to hole 4. Bang! I just click the chapter on hole 4. I go to hole 4. But
that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah. So
I think you've shown us a very good way to get a 20 under on this if we just stick to being conservative and going for the lines that are the most successful.
Yes, I think the pack will be 30 to 35. That will be the pack. The elites will be 35 to 40. The winner of the tournament will be 40 to 41. I'd put that in the casino.
Yeah,
I'd
something
say
close.
Over 40 wins the tournament.
Yeah, the best spread I've seen is 44 under.
Yeah, I've had my best on easy is 22 and my best on hard's 21. And that's a 43. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, 23, 21 is the best that I've done, and that's the best I've ever played in my life.
Right.
So, that's it.
40 wins the tournament.
I think 40, maybe 42. Somebody could sneak in a 42, maybe.
Maybe. Maybe.
But I think a 40 is definitely a podium-bound score. I do.
Yeah, which I like, to be honest with you. I know people are like, I don't like courses that you can't score on. I do. Yeah. I've played Coyote Valley easy 150 times, and my best score is 22 or 23. I think 23. I don't know, one of those.
Yeah, I think 20 is my best, and it's difficult to get that. You know, you're really grateful. You got to get a whole bunch of hole-in-ones, and this course is similar, but there are hole-in-ones that are easier to go for, like 2, and the one where you've got the troughs to try to get. And one's like 11 where you're going off the back if you make a slight error in pace. So I think those are the ones to keep in mind.
Yep. Where'd Potato go? She here?
I don't think you guys can hear me.
Where is Potato?
Potato, you here?
There she is. I see her. I don't hear her. She's just running.
No.
All right, should we go back to
Alrighty.
the shack?
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Alright. Oh, new balls. Can you guys hear
Ready.
me now?
Yeah. Yep.
You can.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I
good.
don't know. My mic was having issues. No, people in the chat were saying they can't hear me, and I was trying to talk, and I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I never heard you speak in
Yep.
game.
Yep, I
in
think
the
something
map.
was
okay.
going on. So, but that
That's all right.
that was
They get it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
can hear
tried to
you.
let him go for the most part. There's
Okay,
nothing
cool.
wrong with it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you
Alright.
guys' time. Thank you guys for watching. Thank
Awesome.
you guys for doing this.
Yeah, thank you
Anytime
so
you
much,
need this
Stroke.
done, let me know.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a good
Absolutely.
night. Yep.
Thank you, Stroke.
Alrighty. Good night, everybody.
Good nighty.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with my mic.